Undo parking! Go! He's on the car! Hello and welcome back to semi-hardcore survival. Yes, I am back once again. Not SE2 this time, but SE1. It feels weird to be back after having played SE2 for as much as I have doing the previews and everything. But it feels good to be back. Oh great, meteor stormy meteor. Oh no. I forgot those were a thing. Luckily they didn't hit. Well, at least not yet. Oh boy. I think I'm just gonna get right back into it. I'm just gonna turn off my headlight. So, in the previous episode, I tried getting started making a base, as we can see right here. I think it went okay, but it didn't go too great. I'm not a big fan of what I've made, so we're going to start over. Going to tear all this apart and start over again. So if you're curious as to why there's been a bit of a hiatus when it comes to the semi-hardcore survival, a lot of stuff has been happening in real life. For example, I've been moving, so that's been a big thing. If you guys want like a setup tour or something like that, just leave a comment. But in addition to that, it's also just the fact that I'm not the greatest at building. So I tend to struggle or just go back and forth when I do building. Which isn't great when you try to make a Let's Play series or similar. You try to keep things a bit coherent, not necessarily super long-winded. So it's been a bit tricky. But I am going to try a new approach. I am just going to just work away and just yap. That is basically what I'm gonna do. And if it takes 2-3 episodes to build this temporary base instead of one, that is fine by me. I need to be less of a perfectionist. So hopefully you guys enjoy this series being back, even though I am undoing some of the progress from last time. Hopefully that's fine. We do also have some new blocks and whatnot, courtesy of the newest update, which is brilliant. So things might go a little bit easier when it comes to the base building because of that. I do not know yet. And I'm just looking at this, and this base is sort of a mess at the minute. I mean, not just this, but the whole thing I've made. As I'm getting back into survival, there is going to be a lot of redoing and a lot of reconstruction, so hopefully you guys are prepared for that. Oh, I completely forgot radiation is a thing. Yep, that's what it's like when I haven't played SE1 survival in nearly 2 months. I have a small idea, at least, for how I'd like the base to be, and for what I'd like to do. At least I have parts of an idea. Not the full thing, but I have a bit of a vision. I'm just gonna quickly get the rest of this torn down before I elaborate on said vision. Okay, the sun is slowly going down. Am I hidden behind here? No, I'm not, surprisingly enough. I have to stand behind here. So, what I'm thinking is that because a lot of this is going to be redone as time goes on, right now I just need a bit of a temporary base thing. I am also going to make it so that I don't record for 2 hours and then cut out most of it. I'm going to try and keep the recording session to closer to an hour, maybe a bit less. So that means less will be done each episode, but hopefully that means more frequent episodes and, yeah, just overall more of the survival and less of stuff being cut out. Obviously, if I travel vast different distances, I will cut a bunch of stuff out, but when it's just stuff like this, building and just talking, I think I'm gonna keep a lot more of it in the video than I did previously. So what I think for now, for a temporary base, I think making it between the wind turbine tower and the actually, I don't know. I really don't know. Because we are producing. How much kelp have we produced at this point? Let's quickly investigate and see. Okay. Right, so we have... There's another one. So we have high enough food production that I don't necessarily need 3 of these towers. So... Right. What I think is that I'm going to make a small little base, small starter base. I'm probably going to be tearing down a whole bunch of stuff and rebuilding it. But we're just going to start with making the base itself. It's just going to be a small temporary thing that'll be expanded upon as the series goes on. But for now, I just need somewhere I can stay without getting irradiated. That is the main priority at the moment. Because I'd rather not be fried like I was in the Chernobyl power plant. I am just going to start by simply placing down light armor blocks leading over here. Bam, 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 bam. So the cliff is over here. Okay, great. So this is here. I'm thinking that having the floor on this level, this height, is a good idea. So, and the sun's gone down, so we're not getting irradiated. Absolutely beautiful. I love how I'm just placing these down and then tearing it down again. I'm just trying to get the placement right. Okay. If I keep the placement here, let us get some of the floor pieces. I need interior plates. Okay. So let's start off with just placing these down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we need much more, but let's just do one additional one, just for good measure. And then I think if I can remove this row, replace that with the striped row, just for the aesthetics. There you go. Then we place this down alongside placing it down like so, is my thought. Because then what is going to happen here is that we are going to have ourselves a gate. Either a gate or hangar doors. I am a little bit torn on which, because it would be nice to be able to enter this base without needing to open the main gate, but I think a gate is going to look better in this case at least. So let's just do a gate, and then we'll do ramps leading up to said gate, and I think that is a pretty solid start. So we're going to build the garage first, and then work our way up from there, is my idea at least. To make a airtight hangar so that I can work on this rover and be safe from the elements. I should probably check if the rover actually fits. It should, right? I mean, it's not that big. It's a fairly small thing, isn't it? Slow but steady. Oh yeah, it fits just fine. Like a glove. I'm just glad these floor pieces are really cheap. I mean, they cost a decent amount, but they are at least a little bit cheaper than just straight up armor blocks, and they look really good. Like, I cannot complain about the visuals of these blocks. They are just fantastic. Right, okay. So, we now need interior plates. Also going to turn my light on. Ooh, is that... That's falling down not too far away. Though, my real question is it going to stay up on the cliffs, or is it going to roll down? Those unknown signals have had a tendency to just roll down onto onto the bottom of the cliff. Well, let's have a look. One, we are still... Okay, we're still refining cobalt. Do we have... We don't really have iron. Is something I just noticed. That's kind of a problem. A pretty big one as well. Right, okay, so I'm gonna weld up the last few bits and pieces, and then I need to empty the cargo container on our little buggy. And then I need to go do some mining to try and get some materials back. Oh yeah, this is plenty of space, look at this. And that is a sandstorm having rolled in. Absolutely brilliant. Now we're starting to miss steel plates. That's not the biggest issue in the world. Right. Can we make our way over to the third terminal without crashing, please? Thank you. And then... Oh yeah, the cargo container is still very much full. So... I'm just gonna have to empty this out back into said container. Then we need to go and get some iron. And that unknown signal is fairly tempting. So I might have to look into that one. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Oh, there's some iron still laying around. Look at that. That's a nice gift after being away for so long. So you guys will have to let me know whether or not you like this sort of, I guess you could say, less edited version of the survival series, like just more of the raw footage and the raw content, or if you preferred the more edited and just skimped down version of the survival series. Because doing the survival series, like recording when I'm able to do things and don't just get stuck when I'm building something, it's a lot of fun. But then comes the dreaded editing phase. That's when some of the enjoyment fades away. So I'm gonna try this style. We'll see how it goes, and either you guys like it or you don't like it. I mean, hopefully you do, and hopefully I do. Because then I'm gonna keep going like this, but if you don't and prefer the older style, then I fully understand. I think we're actually full now. Brilliant. Let us head back. And then I think... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for the unknown signal. It's been so long since I've investigated an unknown signal. The urge to loot is strong. There we are. Back home, safe and sound. So now I just need to empty all this out. Hopefully this is enough iron for a little bit. I think soon we need to get ourselves maybe a small little mining ship or a mining drone of some kind. That could also work. Probably not a mining drone. I mean, what I could do is if I find an iron deposit, I could set up like a mining outpost that then has a cargo drone ferrying resources back and forth. That could be really cool, like a small little project. I think I'm going to do that with ice at least. So I think once we start farming and doing stuff like that, that's when definitely I'm gonna make an outpost like that. But I think in addition to survival, I don't just want to survive, I want to thrive. So I think doing a lot of just silly things like that, like it's not necessary, but I want to do them. So that sort of thing. I think that's gonna make this more fun as well. Just doing the things that I want to do and bringing you guys along. Just like ooh, it's a big one. Hello. What do you have for me? Anything good? I'll hit the button. No skin. Nothing. Ooh, grain seeds. I'll take seeds. I mean, it wasn't the best crate, but you know what? I'll take it. There we go. The last little piece. It wasn't much, but you know what? I'll take the seeds. Seeds are always good. That means fairly soon, yeah, we might actually soon have to get into proper farming and not just acquire kelp all the time. I mean, kelp works, but I don't want to live off of kelp for the rest of this series. And since the cargo container is not full in the slightest, we are going back over to the iron hole. Oh yes. Right. Let's get our hands on some more iron. Because I will be using a lot of it. That's for sure.
Inventory full.
I will probably still cut away a large portion of the mining just because it's not super interesting. At least when I'm just standing there, drilling and not saying a thing. There we go. Back again. And this time with even more materials. Right, let me just put away this one drill. And if I can, I mean, I have a full-on assembler. So, oh yeah, that's right. They changed it. So you need the previous tier of tool in order to upgrade to the next one. Right, well, I think I'm just going to upgrade my grinder and drill since I can. And so they are actually on par with my welder. There we go. Oh yes, we are upgrading. So let's just empty this container out. Grab everything that we can and deposit it. There we go. Last but not least, some iron from there. And then, what's the refinery doing? The refinery's still doing the cobalt? We need iron, man. Get your priorities straight. We have plenty of cobalt now. We don't need anything more at the moment. We need iron refined so we can actually produce things. Like interior plates, steel plates, construction components, all that stuff. And also all the stuff for a gate. There you go. Right, well now that that's mined and the assembler is working away, let us keep going over here. I think if possible I'm going to grab just as much of this as I can, because if I am lucky I'd be able to move this thing. Part of me doubts it, but that would be the dream if I could just move this terminal. But I am running out of space and component. Oh, wait a minute. Aha! Okay. Right, being smart and utilizing the cockpit as well has given me the opportunity to grab everything. Right, let's just get ourselves a cargo terminal so that I can store things over here. Like that, there we go. And now I can get rid of the rest of this over here. And then I can keep working away on the garage. Let's just get rid of all of this so that that's not in the way. And that's an unknown signal in the distance. I fear that that thing is going to be down in a valley of some kind. I'd be surprised if it isn't. Okay, well, let's just quickly, let's drive back over here. Ooh. This thing does not have great brakes. That might be partially my fault. Okay. So if I can, let us just try and finish up this floor at least. And then figure out where to go from there. Okay. So floor section is done. That is good. That is progress. I am hungry. That's not progress. Okay, so I need to grab food, and I also need to grab the supplies for the gate and some other things. So we're just gonna back up, roll over here. Yeah, so we really need to upgrade the food situation at some point, because it is getting a little bit annoying having to constantly be eating kelp, but don't really have much of another choice at the moment because of the storms and everything. Right, you need 655 steel plates for the gate? I'm sorry? That is insane. Right, or we're just gonna have to make steel plates. And whilst I'm at it, I know I probably have the materials over there, but I am also going to grab the materials for a connector. I did not mean to do that. That was a mistake. I haven't done that. I now need to drive over here with those materials, empty them out, and then I can check again. I love messing up my button presses. I love it. Well, I might as well just put stuff into the gate, right? Yeah, that is so expensive. Right, and then a connector. Grab those materials. Brilliant. Okay. Now, gonna drive back over, get the rest of the materials, and then we're going to keep going. I should have some girders and whatnot inside the rover. Alright, here we go. Plenty of steel plates. Let's see, what other materials could be... Yeah, I think grabbing some more girders is going to be a good idea. Grabbing some more interior plates is gonna be good. We have construction components. I'm gonna grab some of those. Oh, that's cargo terminal. There we go. Alright, brilliant. Right, can I... Yeah, we have more steel plates. It's not 100% done yet. It is taking a while. But we're slowly but surely getting there. I am lucky and the center doors are already unlocked, which is a big plus. That's a big bonus. So that will make things a lot easier for sure. Because I have ideas in my head, but whether or not I can execute on them is the question. I think actually doing the Let's Play like this, where I just show more of the raw footage, will also allow you guys to give a bit more input on things. If you have ideas or something like that, then do let me know. Yeah, because by me not completing everything in a single... Whoa! I'm fine. I'm okay. It's just a little scratch. Okay, there we go. Right, definitely need to make some changes to this rover once the construction project is done. But for now, it's looking okay. Right, let's just grab everything else, because now we're about to have ourselves a gate. Yes, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful gate. So now, what I need to do is just grab some steel plates. Do I do an inset connector, or do I have the connector stick out from the wall? I think I do an inset connector. So I'm just going to place that down temporarily, just so that I can get the inset connector placed down, we'll have the conveyor piping face downwards. I'm just going to grab everything from there and then grab everything from there. Bada bing and bada boom. Inset connector is now in place. Great. So, question is, where do I take it from? Here. This is a good starting point. But what is next is the big question. I would personally like to have some windows in this establishment. So let's try and see what can be done here. Yeah, my biggest issue is exteriors. I absolutely suck at exteriors. At least I think so, because I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do exteriors. Right, I think I'm just gonna have to try things and see whether or not they work out and if I like them or not. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I changed my mind in regards to this. I'm going to have a regular old connector instead of the inset one, because then I can do something that I think is kind of fun. So let's just do that. Then, if possible, I get 2 stairs. Let's see, do I do full stairs? Yeah, I think so. 2 full stairs, followed then by catwalks along the top end. Right, get another one here. Then, if I can find the right one, there it is. Get that one there, and then get this one here. Not great, but not terrible either. I think it'll work. Right. So with this, let's see here. I'm gonna have to do some climbing shenanigans. Right, there we go. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, just fair warning. But I'm still going to try my best. Ow. To make at least something. There, and then comes one of those. Right, get blocks down like so. Then on the side we get this light armor. Then we do this and this. Followed then by, if possible, if we can get rid of this, then we'll get some windows in here. Because I want to use windows more than I currently am. Plus, they don't really impact the, impact whatchamacallit. My brain has decided not to function at the moment. That's just fantastic. That's great. Right. I think that also means because that is now there, I can actually remove all this without any real consequences. And then I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to place it one lower. At least all the way over here. So that I can get rid of this, make it just look a little bit nicer with the way that it is connected to everything. Okay. That is not the worst thing in the world. We will make it look better, don't you worry. At least the front. I think the sides I am semi-happy with, I think. I could just get this down and then do these blocks like that. There we go. I am a little disappointed that we don't really have any half-block windows, like full-on windows. Or that we have windows that are actually centered on the block. Because that would be amazing if we had windows like that.
Meteor
unfortunately we don't. So just gonna have to work with what we have.
storm inbound.
And there's a meteor storm inbound. Okay, well it's going over there. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue at the minute. Okay. It's kind of going like that. Okay. Yeah, no, I think we're fine. Let us just keep welding. Don't worry about a thing and just keep on welding. Right, well, at least now, this is good progress on the garage. I am liking this. This is progress. And progress is always a win in my book. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but you know what? It doesn't have to be. It does not have to be the biggest thing in the world, so long as I am happy and satisfied with it. At least. I'm out of steel plates again. Right, let's go and grab some more. I'm glad we have this thing to help transport stuff. Otherwise, it would take a lot longer trying to make something like the garage. Ooh. So, oh, holy fuck! Oh! No! 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 Get to the rover. Get to the rover. Oh! Undo parking! Go! He's on the car! Oh! I'm just missing my keys. Okay. Get back here. Ah! Yeah, that's right. That's right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You figured it out. Ah! Okay. Okay, so we did get some action this episode. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, and it terrifies me every single time when I hear those noises. Hear the fact that they're just coming out of the ground. Okay, right. Can we get back to base construction, please? I'd very much like to keep going on my little garage. And at some point, I need to find some turrets. Or find some magnesium to make ammo. But that's going to be easier said than done. Let's have a look. Ooh, we're actually done. Oh, and we're back to just refining cobalt. How much iron do we have now? Serious? We're already running out again? Oh boy. There is going to be a lot of mining required. Can we just grab more things? Or do we not have any more things to grab? Oh, I guess we have some of this. Alright, let's make our way back. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to change this thing once the garage is up. Because it is just flipping back and forth, left and right. Which is not ideal in the slightest. Right. If I can, let's grab ourselves some more steel plates. Well, don't really need the insect meat, but you know what? I'll put that in there as well. Why not? Then I'll eat another kelp crisp, so that I don't have to eat for a little bit. Do we have any bulletproof glass over here? We do, but not nearly enough. Yeah, we need a lot. Okay. Let us go and acquire some more bulletproof glass then. Let's see. Oh, we've actually crafted a bulletproof glass. I am amazed that we have managed to think ahead. For once. How much silicon? Okay, yeah, plenty of silicon. Enough to at least make some windows. That's the key thing here. We have some so that we can make windows. As long as we can do that, I am happy. I am satisfied. Right. I am also going to start transporting just resources overall over there, given that production and stuff is going to be moved over there soon enough. So I might as well start transporting materials in general, right? I can't transport anymore. Okay, well, got some bulletproof glass, so this will be a great start. That is window 1 up and running. Let's see if we can get all 3 windows. Oh, we have enough glass to do that. But that alone, those 2 was 100 glass. We're going to need 300 bulletproof... going to need 300 bulletproof glass in order to make these windows. That is insane. I'm not sure about keeping the stair here. Might change it up a little and just have the thin stair. Oh, we'll see soon enough. Like I said, this thing is a work in progress, if you couldn't tell. So there is a lot of stuff that's probably going to be changed around as time goes on, but not going to change around as much as I've done previously. I'm gonna try and make something and then sort of stick to it, refine it, instead of just starting over again and again and again. You get the point. Let's weld up the outside. There is another dust storm, of course there is. But this is very good progress on the garage. And this is actually really good progress. Look at that. That is not... That's not looking half bad. I'm actually kind of satisfied. Right, well, can we... Yeah, we can get up there. Okay. Good. Just have to make sure weld up the frame. And I'm out of steel plates. Ow. Ooh, I'm actually going to run out of steel plates pretty soon, actually. Might have to do some more mining. Let's see, weld this up, this, and then this. And then, obviously, I'm going to need to do some light armor like so. So these new lights, I just want to see, so they are the troffer lights. And they look like that. So they look really nice, in my opinion. And I've been struck by debris. We love when that happens. Right, so if I just do something like that to start. Obviously going to adjust the decorations as time goes on, but for a start, I think that's looking okay. Let us turn this puppy back around. Get back over to our little platform. It is currently a bit dusty and a bit sandy. Oh, and I still have a bunch of materials on me. Right, can I just quickly heal up over here? And then I've come to grab some of the glass and make some more glass. Because I'm going to need more than I anticipated. Then I'm obviously going to start ferrying more materials, like I was talking about. Just grabbing this, grabbing that, and that. Oh, plenty of solar cells. And there we go. Not really many more materials to be collected. There's a good improvement. Okay. Oh yeah, this is starting to be something. So, if I can just grab all the resources out from there and put them into here. Now then, 3 more windows. Do I have enough bulletproof glass? That is the question. At least I'm wondering. Yes, I do. Okay. So that is now done, which is great. I think what I'm going to do, just real quick, is just change this up. So I'm going to grab the catwalks again, but this time without railings. Just because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the small stairs, like so and like so, before then promptly mounting the railings, once I have construction components, onto the outside like that, because then they have the same Well, I guess you could say they stick out the same amount as the railings that are here in order to block off this little gap. I think this can actually be pretty good, if I'm gonna be honest. Then we'll get some barrels and storage bins and whatnot around, and probably change up the floor a little bit. But that's for the future. For now, I just need to get this airtight so that I can actually stay inside and not perish. So let's just go and get some more. Oh, I just turned my signals back on, and there's an unknown signal right next to my base. What? When did I even turn my signals off? Okay, well, I'm glad I found that. Okay, let's yeah, and I immediately get struck by the. Ooh, meal pack, food paste. Not great, not terrible. 30% fill value. I respect it. Do I get any skin? Another badger grinder to add to the collection. Don't got enough of them. No, totally not. Give me more badger grinders. Oh, and we finally reached level 2 again. That is glorious. Ow. Right, that's not glorious. Can I make it to the iron hole? Certainly. Oh yeah, no. The storm's calming down. I'm able to get some iron. Mining away. I don't know what to mine, so I'll mine it anyway. And I'm not gonna keep singing that, because I will most probably get copyrighted. Alright, let's see. Oh, hello. Some iron up there. Inventory full, that's what we like to hear. And then just fill up the cockpit real quick. Alright. Time to turn this thing around and head back home. Alright, let's put all this away. Grab all the iron, get that refining. Right, and then just ferry these resources back over. Oh yeah, that's not looking bad. I guess it's just a front that's kind of underwhelming in a bit, but other than that, it's looking pretty alright. If I'm gonna be completely honest. Right, I think I'm just going to weld up just a little bit more, like these catwalks and whatnot, just to get that done. And then, yeah, obviously gonna need to wait for the iron to refine and for steel plates to be made in order to be able to do much more than that. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think that's good progress for today, if I'm gonna be honest. It's not as much progress as normally, but at the same time I've played for half the time, so I think this is looking pretty sweet so far. So I think with that, I'm going to leave that episode there. If you guys liked it, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button, and do let me know if you prefer this style or if you much rather have the old style where there's just a lot more content compressed down. Right now it's a lot more raw in this episode, so do let me know what you think. And I will catch you all in the next one. The wave doesn't work again. So, goodbye.